to prep, that is preparing to go live stream, and we'll be able to see that. And make sure that it's working perfectly. Okay, so we're now on the second part of our semester. If you have any issues with any of the assignments and grades, you can stay with me after class. That has been posted. Our next exam is on the 17th of November, same format, and we'll talk about that later. But what we will focus in right now, Stephen, is the project. The project now will be every week. I will have assignments for every week. You must be prepared. In the first half of the semester, we were a bit accommodating your lateness. This we will not accept. When an assignment is due, the assignment needs to be done on time. Every week, we will call on groups to make sure that you are on schedule. If you are not on schedule, points will be deducted from your projects. So we'll have issues like anything else, but this needs to be done. Okay, so hopefully those we'll be doing. And today, all of you have seen Lily Walsh. She is my TA for my other section, but she has volunteered to help us today. We will be doing breakout groups for our project, for our proposals. If we do not have a good proposal, it will not be a good project. So let me share my screen. And you see my screen, yes? Lily, do you see my screen?
Yes, we see your screen.
Perfect. So I have my screen here. I'm going to my content here. In my content, I will go to my what's due section like we've done always, right? And in my what's due section, I'm going to turn off my edit mode. And we have had our exam. And this Monday, there's a couple of things. You need to complete your final project one due. I'm going to take up some time today for you to meet in your groups and accomplish this team formation. I'm going to have myself, Daniel, our lead TA, and Lily go to all the groups and make sure that everyone is going to have a proper proposal. The readings for Monday will be about cloud computing, along with the adaptive test and cloud adaptive assignment. You'll have your quizzes available. And on Monday, I am also going to have a guest speaker. My guest speaker will be, I'll have two guest speakers, and they will talk about ID callers. So I want everyone, did you hear that, Brandon, to have these two readings, to be prepared for our demonstration on Monday. The first one is called What Are AI Callers? And basically, when you think about AI callers, sometimes it will be also intelligent callers, and they are human-like conversations. These callers understand the contents, tell when a caller, even they do sentiments. And these, sometimes they call it intelligent voice agents that help with tasks like qualifying leads, scheduling meetings, answering frequently asked questions. And I want you to go through this of what we consider to be voice-based AI agents. And they're using what we call speech recognition that we all know exists, right? When I'm speaking, it will then translate, it will listen, it will do what we call natural language processing, and it will also do text to speech. And in the past, basically, it will handle questions, reschedule appointments. This has been taking over, and the key here is voice recognition, sentiment analysis. It can do logic-based conversations. It can do inbound calls versus outbound calls. So the idea, Stephen, what's the difference between an inbound call and an outbound call?
Inbound would be one coming to you, and outbound would be one that like you're sending out.
Right. A lot of times the outbound calling, sometimes they're called predictive outbound calling. Sometimes you have to be aware of not getting spam. The inbound, you can get ways, you can do multi-language. CRM, those of you can put it, CRM stands for Customer Resource Management. It's basically my set of customers, and it basically assigns then follow-ups. It can assign it to my teams. It can assign for compliance. And here's a way of how these AI callers work. So what my key here is, I'd like you to read through this and understand it and put notes of what are the benefits. Look at here of what are the benefits, what are also top cases. We'll also talk about what are the leading platforms for it, and how can you build AI voice agents. So what we're going to be doing, Stephen, since you're so excited about it, is guess what? For your project, you'll be creating one. So what we'll be using to create it for the part of the reading is a company called Vappy.ai. Vappy.ai, we know already, right, Bobby, an API is what? An integration, right? An application program integration. We know that, Bobby. The V stands for what, do you think? Here's a hint. What do you think the V for Vappy stands for?
Voice.
Voice. So this is the key. This platform right here, Vappy, is a voice AI agent for developers where you can talk to Vappy. What we're going to be using in the go to docs, and when you go to docs, you can go to the introduction and phone calls. Those are the things I would like you to prepare for, because we are going to have demonstrations of this where you can think what we're going to do is build voice AI agents that can make and receive calls. For right now, I wanted for us to receive the calls rather than make the calls. But what I like about this is you can be a developer and a programmer, but you also can do this, Carissa, without any coding. So what we'll be able to do is you can have natural conversations with users, and basically either you can do the workflow where it can be complicated, like appointments, scheduling, but we'll try to look at the smaller ones. But notice how the voice agents work is it's speech to text, converts user speech into text that your agent can understand, a large language model, and we can decide what large language models we want. It converts your agent's responses back to natural language, and there are different ways to build those voice agents. We're going to go by assistance. What I like about this is it's fast later on if you want to do e-commerce or you want to do more property management routing, you can do multi-assistant. But we're going to start off with assistance. And in this case, we'll be doing it with the phone calls, and we'll also be doing it putting our phone numbers into our website. So somebody can call you directly to a human, but somebody can call your voice agent. And these are some of the popular cases. We're going to build our use cases built with assistance rather than more complicated. So we'll be doing something like this: customer support, sales and lead agent, and appointment scheduling. So everyone in their project will have a use case based on their product, and you'll be training it just like Carissa. What did you have to do? You remember you needed sources to train Notebook LM? Do you remember that, Carissa?
Yeah, I do.
So you'll be able to put your information, your URL from your website, you'll be able to train the voice agent about your company. So this is what we'll be doing. Okay. And then under the audit assignment, what is going to be important is this project team, where you will then choose a company AI theme, and you can choose what is of interest to your group. And it needs to be business oriented, but in business oriented, that the possibility is that it could be revenue generating at a point, where it could be something like wealth management, general business consulting, marketing using social media, small businesses, real estate, job seeking. Many times I suggest you may even want to use something that you know. It could be looking for jobs, looking for internships, mental health. It could be in terms of stress management for college students. It could be tutoring, and rather than physical tutoring, is helping students by using AI on giving basically general AI healthcare solutions. You're going to need to identify at least 3 AI tools and the proposals. So if I go to the audit area, go to my courses, and go to my audit AI, one of the things that you'll need to do under assignment groups, and I'll go to group 0 where it has Daniel, Lily, and Isa. And then, Lily, it will be good for you also to put in your URL, not only just of Daniel's, right? And then you can look at the final project. Everyone in your group now, each group now should have another folder. Put it in the beginning, put it at the top saying final project. Later on, you'll put under the final project, you'll put in your URL. We haven't gotten to that point, but under our final project, you'll see you have a other folder, which you will then put in today, called proposals. And under the proposals, I'm asking you then to put, Daniel, how many proposals did you request? 2 or 3?
Two of them.
Two proposals, putting it in simple here, your service or consulting company and name, your choice of AI tools, and your target. Your proposal needs to be approved by me before we go on to the next step. And here was 2 of them of what you can do. Questions? Daniel, Lily, any points that you would like to give our student groups?
No, I just think breakout rooms will be helpful.
Okay. So that's what I'm going to be doing. So Daniel, if you can be so kind, and the 3 of us will go to what I want you to do today is work on your proposals. You see that, Stephen? So this way you can get with your group, work on the proposals. Those students that have not attended, that may be, you can reach out to them later when it needs to be finalized, but everything needs to be on time before the class, not after the class on Monday, before the class. And the earlier you can put it in, the better it is, because then I can even give you approval earlier and then we can begin. So on Monday, we'll go over voice agents. And on Wednesday, we'll have already a representative from Wix. We'll be giving out already the codes that we can even start doing the first draft of our website. And every week we will have another way in which we'll do it, our project. Any questions before I do breakouts? Okay, so Daniel, you want to set up the breakout rooms? We have 10 groups, right? Am I correct?
Check.
And I'll have Lily has so graciously volunteered to help us as well today.
Yeah, we've been. 10.
Okay, so
Yes.
Daniel, do you want to start where? In the top, and Lily, you'll start in the bottom. Is that good? Daniel, is that how you want to go?
Sure.
And
Sounds
then I'll
good.
go to the middle. Okay, so you want to set up the breakout rooms then, Daniel?
They're open.
They're open, okay? So everybody go into a breakout room, choose in this case, and all 3 of us then will join. Then we'll come back. I'll discuss what I've seen, what is good, what needs to be improved, and then we'll do then we will do attendance. So everybody get in the breakout room and start creating. The first thing I would do is make the 2 folders of final project and proposals, and then start discussing. And guess what? Use AI to help you generate some issues, everything that we need to do. Okay. So I have, is there issues, people getting into rooms?
Yeah, does anyone have a need for me to put them in?
Station.
Yeah, can you put me in mine? I'm in group 6.
Gotcha, just give me a
Yeah,
second.
I also need to be put in group 6.
Yeah,
Great.
Who was that second person?
I'm
Ryan?
in group 3.
Yeah, Ryan.
Ryan.
Hayden, that was you? Group 3? Oh. Jamie,
3.
3? Oh, you got it, Lily?
Yeah.
All right.
And
I'll
then
start in group
Hayden,
1.
is Hayden in?
For some reason, it says,
No, he was joining. He has bad
Okay.
connection.
okay.
Okay, so you guys know what to do.
Yep.
Mhm.
And just help them, guide them through. I think it's important, because otherwise we're gonna get this way. We'll see if we can get better, and then we'll do the same for your section too, Lily.
Okay. All right. See you in a bit.
See you in a bit.
Hello? Hello?
Hi YouTube and AI companion and everything.
Okay, everybody's back in. Comments? Daniel, any comments of what you saw?
No, there's a lot of tutoring and AI stuff. If there's some way anyone could come up with, a third idea, if those are your two. But we had some really unique ideas, and it seems people understand the scope of the assignment, which is good.
Yeah. Lily, any comments?
Definitely some really unique ideas. I saw a lot on like tutoring as well and like for mental health.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, I like mental health. I think mental health is excellent. Any types of mental health. I see it, mental health, as a companion. That you can't have anybody mental health with me 24/7. I see it as a companion. I think even a therapist, I see it as the therapist could even give prompts, kind of have like booklets or ways of how I should prompt myself. Let's say I'm anxious, I have anxiety all the time. What kinds of things can I do help it? Even though there's a number of apps, right? There's a number of calmness apps and so forth. But what can I basically program it for? I see that is what is really, even sometimes AI tends to hallucinate. Well, I think sometimes in mental health, it's good to come up with ideas and that hallucination. I really like that. I want to emphasize to you, and I emphasize a number of groups, is you need to think how you can use this in the future with you. That you need to think about, hey, I got this unique opportunity to do something that I love. Right, Ryan? We were talking about that, right? That this is an opportunity to do that. And I has mentioned many times before that when you leave my class, it really is going to be insignificant what grade you got on a quiz or on a test, Carissa, right? But if you can show, hey, I have this not only idea, but I've had this in implementation, I can send that URL. I can say, hey, call this AI number. I can go ahead and look at all my social media, that you have something. Look at my YouTube channel that I stream. Let me send you the recordings. Let me send you my podcasts. And then you can work it. And I see people that you can basically make a business out of it. And you can go for it. You'll see on Monday, you'll see these two guys coming up. They have a business doing those virtual, those VAPIs. I'm beyond, and they have a way, make a calendar for me. And this one guy doesn't seem to be a programmer, and he hooked up with another programmer somewhere. They're in different parts of the world. And they basically say, you want to make an appointment with me? I don't know, a half hour, $175, and I'll talk about your AI problems, and we can see how we can help you on those. Pretty good, huh, Kendall? And then you can set up your calendar however you want. So this is what I want you to think about. Something that you know something about, and something not so much in the past, but in the future. The only problem with the tutoring is people say, hey, I got Notebook LM already. I have my Chat GPT. What more are you going to add to that? So it has to have kind of some kind of way of a niche more than just putting, we all know how, right, Austin? We all know now how to use Notebook LM, right? Any course you could take, you could do that, and they're going to be doing it. So besides that, what more are you going to give? So these are ideas which you can help them with. You can help them in marketing, of course. You can give them almost a way of templates, things to ask that you're doing. Okay. Stay with me if you like. Any other comments. Again, I thank Daniel, our lead, and Lily for coming in as a guest. I appreciate that so much. And stay with me if we need attendance. Who's doing attendance? We got it right there. Nah, we got that number there for attendance. Okay. So I'm looking forward Monday, signing off on your projects. Monday, you'll be reading you'll do also the readings that we'll be able to ask intelligent questions on